Hey guys, welcome back to another one of my videos. Today's topic, MPG. And the reason I'm going to be talking about MPG is because a lot of people out there, one, have asked me about what this car is like on true MPG. And two, there might be people out there that might be thinking about buying the M140i, but discounting it because, you know, they kind of think it's a 3-litre straight six 340 brake. It's going to be quite heavy on fuel. And then they might go and like buy, I don't know, like a Golf R or an Audi S3 or, you know, like the Honda Civic Type R, which are 2-litre turbo engines. They give you similar kind of BHP. So guys, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to reset the trip computer on the Idrive system. I'm going to position the camera over here so you're getting a point of view. We're in Solihull at the minute, and I'm going to drive up towards Stratford upon Avon, and then, you know, reroute back down to Solihull, which is going to hopefully be a return trip of about 20 to 25 miles, if that. I am going to be sticking to the speed limits on the road. That way we do get the true kind of MPG. And also I will probably flick through, like, say, the sports mode and, you know, the kind of auto box as well, just so that, you know, that is the kind of driving that, you know, you are going to be doing if you buy an M140i. So yeah, let's get this show on the road. Right, so let's fire up this car. Now, I have got the fuel reserve light just come on, but that's not going to really impair any of this this video. So let me just set my seat into my vehicle on the Idrive. Technology in actions. No, I think it's going to be driver information. There we go. And that's the onboard computer. The onboard computer is saying 23.5 miles per gallon across 686 miles, which hasn't changed from my last video. The trip computer is saying 23.9 miles over a 460 mile range. So this is the one that we're going to change. Reset all values. Yeah, okay, right. And now we're just going to set off. So here we go. So it's already saying that I'm doing 30 miles per gallon, but this is going to drop considerably because we are going to be just driving around this little village first. So like I say, I am going to be sticking to the speed limit. This is a 40 mile an hour road. There we go. So we've just gonna set off. I'm doing 40 miles an hour in this 40 miles an hour zone, and the trip computer, I'm not sure if you can actually see that over there, but that's telling me I'm doing about 28 MPG. Going into a 30 miles an hour zone, just dropping my speed down. There we go. Just for comparison purposes, when I used to drive my Type R, that used to give me roughly around about anything between 25 to 28 MPG, like say urban kind of driving. You know, anything above, like say 30 MPG was like literally a bonus, you know, but that you'd have to be really careful to drive that. Give me some acceleration here to get it up to 50. There we go, that's 50. I'm still in comfort mode. I'm still driving in the standard auto gearbox, and my MPG at 28. Well, just over actually, just under, well, 29 MPG now. That's what I really love about this M140i. You know, you do get the best of both worlds. You get a nice big 3-litre straight six 340 brake engine from the factory. It might be producing more because we know that it's been dyno tested. Well, not this one, but people have dyno tested theirs, and they are getting something like about, you know, 350 upwards kind of thing. So, you know, a nice big 3-litre engine, and you're getting the fuel economy of, you know, possibly something that's even smaller than a 2-litre, a 1.8 turbo engine perhaps. You know, I'm really impressed with this kind of car. I can't really fault it. So one thing that I don't like about my M140i is that these dials, although they're nice and crisp and clear BMW style, the numbers are not illuminated. Now of course the car does come with auto lights, and when the auto lights come on, everything becomes illuminated and you can see, but when you're going through a little bit of, like say, overcast or some overshadows, the dials become quite dark and you can't really see them. So this is a 50 mile an hour zone. I'm doing 50. It is going to be uphill as well, so this will be interesting. I'm going to stick the car now back into sports mode and the gearbox into sport mode as well. Something that I do like about the M140i, well, actually it's probably not so much about the car, it's more about this gearbox, this 8-speed ZF gearbox. It's kind of linked into the sat-nav, so when, like, say the car or the sat-nav senses there's going to be an incline or there's going to be a bend coming up and you're in sport mode, it actually selects the right gear for you to take that bend. It's quite good actually. I quite like that. It's, you know, it presets the car. I've got to say that this 3 litre straight 6 is an absolute peach. You know, it's silky smooth when you want it to be, and then when you want to stick the car into, say, the sport mode, gearbox into sport mode, the car becomes such a driver's car. It's impeccably balanced. I'm going to stick it back into comfort mode. This road's a bit bumpy. Since I've had this car, I've not really taken it on the motorway. Now I know there was somebody that made a comment, I can't remember who it was, apologies for that, but someone said, what is this car like at 70 miles an hour on the motorway with cruise control on? What kind of MPG am I getting? Now I am going to be going on the motorway in a couple of days time, and I'm going to be doing, like, say, you know, like 110, 120 mile sort of trip. Now what I'm going to say to that is, follow me on Instagram. My Instagram's going to come up now. On there, what I will do for you is I will post a picture of basically my Idrive trip computer to kind of show you the type of journey that I've done and what I've averaged, to kind of answer that question. So by way of another update, we've done 21 miles. We are doing the return leg now, and the trip computer is showing just under 37 mpg. Well, in fact, it's just turned to 37 mpg, so it's been fairly constant. It's quite a nice part of the Midlands, this Stratford upon Avon. You do go through some nice little villages. Henley in Arden, one of my favourite places, especially for ice cream. So guys, I've just got back to the same point where I started this video for you. Now what I'm going to show you now is the actual Idrive screen, where you'll be able to tell what MPG that we've kind of covered in this video. I do want to show you some external shots of this car in terms of what I've actually done to it. So let's go and have a look at that, and then we'll come back here and wrap this up. So here's a little modification that I've done on the front of my M140i. I've gone for the M Performance grille. Previously the surrounds of those grills were chrome, and now it's got the full black kind of finish, and it just makes the car look quite mean. Look at that. That's not where the actual modifications actually end. If I come around the back here, can you tell the difference? I've smoked those lights out just to give it that little bit more kind of distinction between this and the lesser, I don't know, 121, 160 cars. Let me know what you think. Post your comments below, guys. It'd be good to know whether you agree or disagree. So here we go, guys. We've driven for just over an hour and we've covered 34 miles, and our average MPG has been 37.3 with a average speed of 34.4 miles per hour. I'd say that is quite impressive. I mean, if you're still thinking, or you're still having second doubts about, you know, signing on that dotted line for an M140i, hopefully I've just proved that this car is not going to be as thirsty as some of you might be thinking. If you found this video useful, I'm sure I've now convinced you to go and, you know, sign on that dotted line for the M140i rather than, you know, a 2-litre turbo petrol engine. You will not regret it. With this kind of MPG, it's literally on par. you know, with any 2-litre turbo engine car. Give it a like, a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel for more content around this M140i. I am planning to go out and drive a few other cars, like, you know, possibly like some future classics, because I think that's what really started my channel up. But if you do want me to drive more or give you more content on this M140i, do give me some comments below.